Welcome back, everyone. So, today we'll be talking about a very simple topic, a very hyped up topic that is not currently going on. It has been going on from a long time, that has been touched by almost every influencer, every video creator once at least. So, that is talking about therapy, mental health therapy for especially for men, and why it doesn't work for men and why it is made for women. Actually they say those things. So I will be onto the topic, sharing my own personal view or my own perception over it. Being a man, hopefully I can actually give out some valuable information. So let's start with it. So I will keep this video short as possible by touching one to two to three max to max points, those soft or sweet spot, that why it doesn't mainly work for men. It may work for many men, I don't know, but especially it doesn't work for mostly of the male community. So first thing, so the most first thing is that men, usually men in general, they want to talk about their feelings like girls do. Of course, we want to speak, we want to express what we feel, how we feel, what we feel. We want to talk about our problems, and we want to feel heard. Yes, we want to feel heard. Most of the people think that men, they don't have any desire of feeling heard, that they are usually quite dumb creatures. They are just like zombies, NPCs. Work, 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 work. Money, money, money. Sex, sex, sex. Food, food, food. That's it. No, that's not male. That's not a male. That's an animal disguised as a man. But if you are talking about real men, if you're talking about like people who actually feel, they are a bit intellectual, they know how to feel, they know how, like if they're real humans, what I'm saying is, then they will have this urge of feeling heard, of actually expressing and communicating or vibrating with the frequencies around him. So they want those things, and what generally happens is most of the men, they don't have anyone to speak about their problems. At first they have their friends. Most of the men have their friend groups, or a special friend who, with whom they can actually share their problems. But many men, they don't have any of those kind of friends, or they lost touch, and you know he keeps keeping all those things by himself. And secondly, okay, let's not talk about parents, because we know the taboo that Indian family has created. So now the second one is partners. Partners means girlfriend, wife, any romantic partner. So there is a very complex idea revolving around this topic, that men should not open up in front of their women. Because women, if you cry in front of your woman, if you start sharing problems with your woman, they get turned off. Really, like seriously, they get turned off. They will stop caring about you. They will just look at you like a fucking bitch, little bitch. So you should not. And I think most women will disagree. They will say that we want a man who can completely express, who can just like be himself in front of us. But bro, there's a trick to that. You cannot just completely go wild, go nuts in front of her, because there's a trick to that, or else she will get turned off, bro. Seriously, that is female nature, and female, they don't even know themselves. So I think it's better not to listen to what they say. It's better to go with your own experience, with your elder brother's experience, or with someone who knows about them, have dealt with a lot of them, to listen to their advice. Okay, it's better to do that instead of just nodding to, okay, what you're saying, it's true. Okay, so they usually don't share things with their partners as well, because they may think that he is not a man, that he is a little bitch, so they don't share even with them. And when men don't usually feel heard, things start crumbling up inside of them. anxiety, depression, frustration, anger, sadness, everything start crumbling up inside of them, and then one day maybe it may burst out in front of their family, in front of their friends, or in the society, or in their personal lives, or even when they're alone, and then things start getting worse, because it has been famously said that if you start repressing, or if you start caging your emotions, it will definitely come out later in an uglier form. And that is true. You should know how to harness your emotions. It is very important. The word harness connected with the term emotion is very important, and very important to understand practically and intellectually. So the thing is, uh, men usually don't have place to share their problems, to share their thoughts, to share what they are feeling, so they remain unheard. And now what therapy does is, what men usually hear, that therapy is a place where you can go and actually feel heard. But will you want someone to just act that they care about you by taking a handful of money? I don't think it will work for you. Like, you can give me 500 rupees an hour, and I will say, okay, fine, I'll sit for an hour with you, and I will listen to whatever you say, and I will act like I care. I will give you suggestions, whatever will hit my mind, and I will make you feel loved. I will make you feel cared, whatever. Will you care will you want to do that thing? I don't think so. But if I truly care, if I think, let's say, if I'm in a very depressed state, I'm anxious, going through some bullshit, now I have someone beside me who I think cares for me. Now, of course, I will prefer choosing the person I care, or choosing the person I think cares, share the problem, instead of going to someone who I know will give me better advices but don't care about my problems. That I'm just a client to them. So what men really needs is to have someone who will care about them, make them feel like okay, let's not talk about that. So give them some comfort. Okay, that's feminine. You may say that's feminine, but that's not feminine. That's just called being heard, just called being loved, or taken as affectionate emotions. That's it. That's what men want. And what they don't get is a person who can make them feel heard or make them feel cared. Because men, at the end of the day, they just feel that we are one who are loved for what we provide, not for what we love. Not for what we are, but for what we provide. And that is a thing that make them suppress their emotions even more in front of the people they love, or they know that they love. I mean, I hope I made myself clear. That is the first thing. So it took me a long to discuss about it. That's it. The second thing, men usually don't care about therapy. They think that's bullshit. It will not work for them. So they just completely shut the window in front of them, completely disagreeing with the fact that it will help. Okay, there are therapies that actually helps men, of course. But the first thing, that they want to feel heard and all, feel that the person in front care about them. That thing cannot be solved with therapy. So that is the first thing. Second thing, they just don't agree with the fact that therapy can help. They are more inclined towards then they get more inclined towards their work. They get into the gym thinking that if I just start blasting weights, moving some heavy shit, get some big muscles, will help me get away from my anxiety, depression. It may work to some point, but it will crash when the real problem will arrive, where their muscles or their strength, because men think that strength and power are the two fundamental things that can solve any problem in this world, period. No cap. NGLFR. Okay, so that is true. So that is why we run towards power a lot, and we think that, okay, bro, that will solve my problem completely, and that is not really wrong. Like the thing we think, the way we think. Okay. So second point, definitely they just shut the window in front of them, and they think that's power and strength, but it still sometimes fail to get them to the line of a peaceful life. Third thing is, actually there is no such third thing, I guess there are only these two things, because other than that I think therapy works like for some people, but for me I don't really agree with therapy, because I think some people just need guidance to life. That is all. That is seriously all. You just need some guidance. You don't need any therapist to come and sit to you 2 hours per week for 2-3 months. You don't need any of those bullshit things. If you have a real guidance where they are providing you with spiritual knowledge, with they are providing you with knowledge to gain strength, to gain harmony with your own self, to find purpose of your life, and to actually become the man you want to be. If these things can be provided to you by someone, some guide can be your elder brother, your teacher, your dad, your uncle, your mom, anyone, that doesn't matter. But if you are a male, then it's better to have a male guidance. If you're a female, it's better to have a female guidance, but that can work for any gender. Honestly, if you can have a female guide as well, like any sort of individuals who are playing that guide role, you can have them, but it's better to have a like gender to gender guide. So that is all, bro. Seriously, that nothing who can give you the philosophy of life, who can make you understand the philosophy of life in simple terms. And now you may say, bro, that is what therapist does, because therapy is all about giving you direction, helping you fight your own self. That really is giving you some troubles. So if you say that thing, that therapist is your guide, bro, no, therapies aren't any guide. You just need to find a guide, and there are a lot of guides out there. You can find anyone, your college senior, your college professor, your school teacher, your uncle, your brother, or bro, wait, you are living in 2025. I don't know if anyone sees this video in the early stages, or sorry, early stages, I say, in the future. Bro, we are living in the most high tech, still considered one of the high tech generation till now. We have the access of internet, bro. There are guys like David Goggins, Jocko, have like Joe Rogan, we have like William Peterson, we have Andrew Tate. Now I have to make a different video about Andrew Tate's philosophy, okay? But Andrew Tate is a different guy. I trust me, a guy who will hear to Andrew Tate will never be the same guy before, like he was before. Andrew Tate will change you. David Goggins, okay, David Goggins is my mentor. Okay, he's my mentor. Andrew Tate is not my mentor. He was once, but David Goggins is still my mentor. That's it. If you can listen to their podcasts at least once a day, like just a 10-minute podcast every day for like 2 weeks straight, bro, you are a changed man. You see life differently. Now you see life with their perspective on, and that is what I think is what guidance is right now. Because I never got a guidance from my dad, from my uncle, from a senior, from a friend, from my brother. I had no one who can guide me through life. That is why I made my own guides, like Andrew Tate, like David Goggins. I started watching Jocko. I started watching Joe Rogan. I started watching all of these things, bro. Like Prakhar Ke Prabhajan. Oh, big shout out to that guy. Like he is one of my gurus as well. He taught me a lot of things. Now these guys exist out there. They always existed, okay? But now it's very convenient, it's very easy, it's very efficient just to go and reach them out on the internet. Just go and like listen to them. That's it. You need nothing. And I think there must be some problems still going on inside your mind. So I think that is genuine, that should be there, and I think that you should know how to solve it by yourself, because life, the meaning of life is about finding the meaning of life. There is no meaning of life. The purpose of life is to find the purpose of life. And there are many questions you think that that there must be a solid answer out there, but there is no solid answer out there. You have to find it by yourself. At the end you will realize that okay, I was just searching for answers outside myself, but there were answers inside myself. I never digged inside myself to find those answers, because they were all inside me all the time, whole of that time. So it's about, sometimes you just have to look inside, and you may find a lot of answers that you have never expected to be inside. So I'll end this video on this term that therapy, go if you can, don't if you, it's okay, it's still okay, but find your guide, listen to them, look inside, introspect a lot, like every day, and sit in silence. That's it. And talk to yourself, yourself as much as you can, and don't build expectations from life, because life is not fair at all, at all, at all, at all, at all. Okay, and I will leave you with this note: stay in peace, away from expectations. Thank you. See you in the next video, by the way.